it's Jackie here, and today I'm coming at you just a little more casual than usual. And today I have for you the very first video in my travel series about my trip to Seattle and Disneyland that I took earlier this month. Alright, so I figured I would share with you guys what I packed in my suitcase since this was a multi-destination trip, which means I had to pack a little differently than I normally do. First off with being, I had to check my suitcase. I typically fly carry-on only. I hate checking luggage. Not that it's, I hate paying to check luggage. I mean, that's one thing, but I really am always worried that the airline is going to lose my luggage. But with this trip, with the amount of stuff that I needed to take with me, especially with the prep for Disneyland, I had to check a bag. So I'm going to share with you what bag I took, what I packed in it, and I had planned on filming this before I left. However, things got so busy that didn't happen, so I figured why not share it with you since I got home yesterday and I need to unpack. So let's just jump right into it. Alright, so this is my suitcase. It is the 26-inch hard-sided suitcase from Dockers. My husband and I bought it at Kohl's. I like the 26-inch size because it's not the largest size, but it's also not carry-on size. So if you do have to check a bag for a short trip, this is a perfect size suitcase, and it worked out wonderfully on this multiple destination trip. So let's open it and see what's inside. So as you can see, my suitcase is pretty full. However, it does not meet the 50-pound requirement. I do believe when I left town, and this was loaded with gifts and things for Michaela and her kids, it was 37 pounds. And I think on the way home with a few Disney souvenirs and minus the things that I took for Michaela and her kids, I was at 35 pounds. And then also I had 2 carry-ons with me because I took the breakable items in a carry-on bag on the way home. So right here on top, first thing you see is my beach towel. I ordered these for Michaela and I from the Disney Store website, and this is no longer available, but I will link the Disney Store website below because they do have a few other beach towels on there. But I got it personalized, one with my name and one with her name because we have uniquely spelt names and it's really hard for us to find personalized things. So I figured that would be something special for the both of us. Next things in here, this is where I kept the majority of my clothes. In fact, all of my clothes are in, excluding undergarments and the clothes that were dirty on the way home, are in these 2 packing cubes. I am a big fan of the Eagle Creek packing cubes. I'm just going to move this so that it can be level. Because one, this is the Spectre system, and the Spectre system kind of compresses your clothing, which I really like. I also like that it keeps things organized. So for this trip, with 4 days in Seattle, I put all of my Seattle clothes in this pink one, and I put all of my Disneyland clothes in this purple one. And that worked out great. When we left for Disneyland, I didn't need to take this with me, so it saved on weight and space, which was awesome. And I will insert some pictures of all of the outfits that I wore, and I will let you know like each of the pictures whether I wore it in Seattle or Disneyland. Next thing in here, and I always like to keep at the bottom of my suitcase, so towards the wheels, is a pair of shoes. And I do take 3 pairs of shoes, at least on all of my trips. These ones in particular, though, are a pair of wedges from Lucky Brand that I had intended to wear on Dapper Day, but I had gotten a couple of blisters on my feet before Dapper Day happened, including one that was like right on the ball of my foot, so I did not wear these. But if I hadn't gotten a blister, these would have been fine for that. That's how comfortable they are. And I just put all of my shoes in these Tom's bags. I like that these come with Tom's shoes, and they work out great for traveling. I also took a pair of just basic black flip-flops to just, wear wherever. I did wear those a couple of times. They're not in my suitcase right now though, because I actually put them on my feet this morning to go check the mail. And then I also wore, I took a pair of black Keds with me, which are also downstairs because that's what I wear on the airplane. And so they're in the shoe bin downstairs. This bag is the backpack that I took into Disneyland every day. And I'm going to do a video specifically on what's in my Disneyland backpack. But basically I packed this ready for the parks, and then stuck it in my suitcase. And so yeah, but this was one of the reasons that I couldn't take a carry-on or pack carry-on only, is because this bag took up too much space. Last thing in here is just a belt. I wore this belt on Dapper Day, which you'll see in the photos of my outfits. And yeah, I just like to put belts around the edge. It's just super simple instead of trying to curl them up in a packing cube. Okay, so on this side, I don't typically put anything in this mesh pocket just because I don't want it to bust through. I mean, if I need to, then I will, but this trip I didn't have a need to. So on this side, I have a couple more packing cubes and then a couple of Vera Bradley bags. So this one is not an Eagle Creek packing cube. This packing cube is actually from the brand E-Bags, and this is what I used to bring all of my undergarments and my pajamas in. So this bag went to both destinations with me. And this is what it looks like from the front in a different color. Since they are see-through, I just didn't feel the need to flip over the back of my undergarments. This is the one that I normally bring my swimsuit in, which in the pictures of all of my outfits, I will include a picture of my swimsuit. But on the way home, I put my swimsuit in the regular packing cubes, and this is actually full of all of the clothes that need to be washed. So there's that. Then these two Vera Bradley bags, these are, whoops, upside down. This is a Vera Bradley large cosmetic case in the color or pattern. I believe it's called Heather, and this has all of my makeup and my makeup brushes in it. I know that this is a rather large case to take, but Michaela and I both love makeup, and there are some things in my collection that she wanted to see, and I did add to my collection while I was in Seattle. So I probably could have taken a smaller case, but like I said, the bag with all of my brushes is in here too, and you will see those in an upcoming video. Alright, and then this one is also a large cosmetic case from Vera Bradley, and this one has all of my toiletries in it. So I didn't take things like shampoo and conditioner because, you know, going to visit my best friend, obviously that stuff was available to me, and the Disney resorts use the H2O brand, which is a brand that I'm okay with. So I just used the Disneyland stuff or the stuff that Disneyland provided, and then what Michaela had at her house. So there wasn't a whole lot in here. Other than, you know, like basics, like deodorant, dry shampoo, that sort of stuff. This is just a cotton zip-up hoodie from Old Navy. I have a few of these, and I take one on every single trip that I go with. It's just the perfect light little hooded jacket. And I don't know, and I don't put it in with my stuff because when I get to my destination, if I need it right away, I grab it right out of the suitcase. And I try to keep it up towards the top so that way I can just unzip part of it and grab it. Alright, also in here I have my luggage scale. And like I said before, I will link everything that I can below. But I always travel with a luggage scale. It's just a really smart investment in my opinion. To me, this helps, you know, it'll help you save a lot of money when it comes to checking bags. And also when it comes to carry-ons, because some airlines do have weight restrictions for carry-ons. But I travel with this everywhere I go, and I try to stay 2 to 3 pounds underneath the weight limit. If my bag is getting quite full, that way I know I have a bit of a buffer at the scale. So when I'm checking my bag in. That's what I was trying to spit out. Anyways, the very last thing that I have in here is, this is a Vera Bradley Weekender bag, which so it's kind of a large bag with a strap. Not sure if you can see that or not. There you go. But this bag I basically kept in the bottom of my suitcase so that Michaela and I could use it on our way back from Disneyland as an extra carry-on. Since I checked it back, the only carry-on that I took with me on my trip was a backpack with like my computer supplies and my cameras in it. And then just a few other things for entertainment on the airplane. And then this bag came in handy because we purchased quite a few breakables in Disneyland, so we were able to put those in here, plus the sweatshirts that we purchased, and then just carry them on the plane and put them in the overhead bin, and we had no problem with them. And then I used this as well to bring those breakables from Seattle back to Alaska. And so that worked out great, and I didn't have to worry about things being underneath the plane and breaking and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, and that is the bottom of my suitcase. So as you can see, the suitcase is quite roomy, and even though I had a lot of things in it, I didn't fully fill it. It looked like I did, but honestly there was a lot more room in there and I could have put a lot more stuff in there. So yeah, now all I need to do is just close this up and then put it away for storage. Alright, so that was everything that I had in my suitcase for my trip to Seattle and Disneyland. If you have any questions about packing or any questions about the things that I used in my suitcase, ask me in the comments below. And also, if you have any packing tips for me, please let me know in the comments below as well. I consider myself a pretty efficient packer, but I'm always willing to learn new things, and I love hearing tips and tricks from other people as well. So yeah, I guess that's all I've got for you today, so I hope you have a joyful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!